Forgotten, but not gone. Have you ever felt like the world's moved on without you? Like you've been left behind, forgotten by the people that you thought would always remember you? It's a heavy feeling. You look around and the calls don't come anymore. The invitations stop. The world keeps spinning, but somehow you're not part of its orbit. And then comes the hardest question of all. Have I forgotten myself too? It's okay to admit it hurts. Being forgotten feels like frostbite, like you don't matter anymore. But here's the truth: to be forgotten isn't the end of your story, it's the beginning of something new. Because when the world forgets about you, and even when you forget about yourself, you're given a rare, powerful opportunity, the chance to start over, to let go of who you were and become something greater. There's a reason every great transformation begins with forgetting. The caterpillar forgets what it's like to crawl before it becomes a butterfly. The seed forgets it was ever buried before it blossoms into a tree. And sometimes to truly grow, we have to forget ourselves. We have to let go of the stories we've been told about who we are, the limitations we've believed, the roles we've played so long that they feel like chains. Forgetting isn't a loss, it's a release. When you let go of who you were, you make room for who you are meant to become. Embrace the blank slate. When you're forgotten, the page is blank. You're no longer bound by the expectations, by the past, or by the labels that have defined you. This is your moment to write a new story, to ask yourself, who do I want to be? Who do I want to create? How do I want to live? You're no longer tethered to the old you. You have the freedom to rise, to rebuild, to redefine yourself. It takes strength to be forgotten, to look around and to realize the world isn't cheering you on. But here's the beauty of it: when no one's watching, you get to work in silence. You get to rebuild without distraction. You get to grow without judgment. And when you emerge, when the new you steps forward, and you're not just the person who was forgotten, you're someone stronger, wiser, and unstoppable. Imagine this: you've let go of the past. You've shed the skin of who you used to be. You've forgotten them old stories. You forgot those old limitations, those old doubts. And in their place, you created someone new. Someone who moves through life with purpose. Someone who knows their worth. Someone who doesn't need the world to remember them because they've remembered themselves. This isn't reinvention. This is rebirth. So if you feel like the world has forgotten you, or even if you've forgotten yourself, don't despair. Instead, embrace it. Let go of who you were. Release the old stories because to rise again, to truly be reborn, you have to be willing to start fresh. You have to be willing to forget even yourself. The new you is waiting to be created. And when you step into that, the world will have no choice but to remember you.